The One Direction Iceberg Explained. If you're not familiar with the concept of iceberg videos, it's actually not that hard. Iceberg videos are based around a topic with a bunch of smaller topics beyond it. It's divided into different tiers, the ones at the top of the iceberg, generally better known topics, and the ones at the bottom, not that famous ones. This video is based on the One Direction iceberg from Tatum Riley's garage from the One Direction Reddit, who kindly gave me permission to use it, so let's start with tier 1. March 25, 2015. This day marks the day where Zayn Malik left One Direction after 5 years of being part of the group. In an official statement, Malik stated, "I'd like to apologize to the fans if I've let anyone down, but I have to do what feels right in my heart. I am leaving because I want to be a normal 20-year-old who's able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight. I know I have 4 friends for life in Louis, Liam, Harry and Niall. I know they will continue to be the best band in the world." Rumors that Zayn left because of a fight were denied by him, and he said he left because he wanted to pursue a different style of music. Larry Stylinson. Wow, how to cover that topic in just one paragraph. Larry is basically a theory, some may say it's a conspiracy theory, about Harry and Louis being in a secret romantic relationship. Thus denied by Louis several times, fans continue to believe that they are dating, and there are many videos with alleged proof. The Larry ship is one of the most popular ships on the internet and even has its own Wikipedia page, and if you want me to uncover the whole Larry topic, just leave a comment, it's actually pretty deep and interesting. X Factor. The X Factor in 2010 was the show where One Direction was formed. Even though they didn't win the competition, they won the hearts of many fans and were therefore signed by Simon Cowell. Cowell claimed that he formed the band, though unreleased footage from 2022 showed that Nicole Scherzinger, another judge on the show, played an even more important role. Video diaries and quotes. The One Direction video diaries were a web series of videos where One Direction talked about their week and other stuff back in 2010. Many iconic moments came from that interview, like Kevin the Pigeon and Louis as Superman.
Help! Somebody needs help! Wah! Superman is here!
Hiatus. Well, as the word says, in 2015 it was announced that One Direction will went on a break to work on their own projects. Louis said later that it would probably be for 18 months, though to this day they remained on hiatus. Some of the members said that they hope for a reunion, and Niall said that it will definitely happen, though Simon Cowell said he don't believe so at the moment. Made in the AM remains the last project as a band. Lyric changes. One Direction made many lyric changes live throughout the years. Most notably are probably "Baby If You Want Me to Drive to KFC and Change My Mind" or the "Why You're So Shy and What Makes You Beautiful."
I don't know why you're being shy. Why you so shy?
Teenage Dirtbag. Teenage Dirtbag is a song originally made by the band Wheatus. One Direction performed it multiple times live during the Where We Are tour, and it was featured on the This Is Us movie. Matching tattoos. Everyone from One Direction except Niall has made matching tattoos on their ankle. Louis said in an interview that this is the reason he became addicted to tattoos. Louis and Zayn have both a tattoo called Bus One, probably referring to the tour bus. To this day, Niall though doesn't have any tattoos and therefore doesn't have the One Direction tattoo.
Have you ever thought about getting a matching 1D tattoo?
We've both got Bus One,
Awesome.
haven't we?
Yeah.
You can't even find it. You're like, where is it again?
And then these on the ankles as well.
All the lads have screws.
Crosses on the
I'm
ankles.
just too scared to do it.
This Is Us and Where We Are. This Is Us is a 2013 documentary film released in cinemas that follows the journey of One Direction from their formation on the X Factor to their rise of fame. Directed by Morgan Spurlock, the film combines concert footage from their Take Me Home tour with behind-the-scenes videos into their daily lives. The One Direction documentary got mediocre reviews on IMDb, but is well liked by the fans. The film made $68 million at the box office. Where We Are is a concert film released in 2014, capturing the band's performance at San Siro Stadium in Milan during the Where We Are tour. It only played at few cinemas as an event and made $50 million. In 2020 it was also shown as a live stream on the One Direction YouTube channel as part of their 10th anniversary. Harry worked at a bakery. At the X Factor in 2010, Harry said, "I work in a bakery." This famous quote was shared online many times and is one of Harry's most famous clips. Although he worked at a bakery, he isn't a real baker. He just worked as a cashier, although Harry tries to hide that fact.
What's popular?
In the shop?
Yeah.
The Viennese Fancy is always a favourite.
Yeah, I like those.
Lilo Water Fights. On One Direction's last tour in 2015, there were some water fights between Louis Tomlinson and Liam Payne. At some occasions, they escalated so hard that the floor was so slippery that Harry fell down. Poor Harry. Tier 2. Louis the Sassmaster from Doncaster, Niall the Bad Boy, and Harry the Home Chappelle Homie. These nicknames for the One Direction boys were commonly used at the beginning of One Direction, as they described the personalities of the boys from One Direction in a sarcastic yet still perfectly fitting way. Liam auditioned before. Liam Payne first auditioned for the X Factor in 2008 when he was just 14 years old. Despite impressing the judges with his performance of Fly Me to the Moon, Simon Cohen felt he wasn't ready and suggested he come back in 2 years. In 2010, Liam returned to the show, which led him into becoming a member of One Direction.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Ooh, it's what you did to me. Stereotypes. There are many stereotypes about the One Direction boys, made famous by fans and the media. Niall, for example, has a reputation for always being hungry and loving food, often seen eating or talking about food, with his love for Nando's being particularly well known. Liam is famously afraid of spoons, a fact he revealed in several interviews, leading to a running joke among fans. Fun fact, this fear is called quataliaphobia, and I will not say that again. Well, Harry has been labelled as a womanizer due to his high-profile relationships and flirty personality, though he often downplays this image, mentioning his respect for privacy. And Zayn is seen as the mysterious member with his quiet nature and deep voice. But of course, these are old stereotypes and not their real personality. Adventurous Adventures of One Direction. The Adventurous Adventures of One Direction are an animated YouTube series by the animator Archer. In the series, 1D are superheroes and need to save the world. The 1D boys said they loved the series and met the animator backstage at the show. The first episode of it had 44 million views, though in 2023 the animator mysteriously deleted all of the episodes without any known reason till this date. The iCarly episode. One Direction appeared in the Nickelodeon show iCarly in the episode titled I Go One Direction, which aired in April 7, 2012. In the episode, Carly, Miranda Cosgrove, gets sick and accidentally passes her illness to Harry Styles. The rest of the band visits her to check on Harry. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran has a close relationship with the members of One Direction and has collaborated with them multiple times. He wrote several songs for the band, including Little Things and Over Again, which appeared on their second album Take Me Home. He also wrote 18 for One Direction, which is the most successful 1D song he wrote. Ed and the One Direction boys have often spoken about their friendship, and they've been seen hanging out together outside of work. Management. One Direction was managed by Modest Management, a company which is Simon Cowell's go-to management group. There has been controversy and criticism from fans regarding the management's decisions. Fans have accused Modest of overworking the boys, limiting their creative freedom and handling certain situations poorly. SNL. One Direction appeared on Saturday Night Live 3 times. Their first appearance was on April 7, 2012, where they performed What Makes You Beautiful and Baby It's You. Their second appearance was on November 16, 2013, during which they performed Story of My Life and Diana. Their third and final appearance was on December 20, 2014, where they performed Night Changes and Ready to Run. Hailey Babygate. The Hailey Babygate refers to a conspiracy theory involving Harry Styles and Taylor Swift. The term Babygate originates from the period when Harry and Taylor dated. The controversy arose from speculations of a photo of a baby being from Harry and Taylor. This incident was widely discussed on social media, but obviously it was not true. Always in My Heart tweet and Larry tweets. In 2011, Louis posted, "Always in my heart at Harry Styles, yours sincerely Louis." The Larrys among the 1D fans saw this as proof for their alleged romantic relationship. However, there are some other tweets which are considered Larry proof, like, "We don't need no piece on paper hole," seen by Larrys as referring to that you don't need an official recognized wedding to get married, because in 2013, the time the tweet was published, same-sex marriage wasn't allowed yet in England. Fanfictions. One Direction fanfiction emerged shortly after the band's rise to fame in 2010. Early stories focused on typical fan tropes like high school romances and original character interactions. The more popular Larry got, the more fanfictions about them were published, which are known the best known ones. There are fanfiction who later became the inspiration for real films, like the very successful After movies, which made nearly $200 million at the box office. On Wattpad itself, the most successful stories are actually mostly based around 1D, Not only is After one of the most popular stories on Wattpad with over 700 million reads, but part 2 and 3 have also 500 and 700 million reads. Our Moment perfume. One Direction's fragrance line launched with Our Moment in 2013. The perfume was introduced as a way for fans to feel closer to the band, capturing the essence of their personalities. Our Moment quickly became a fan favorite. Its success led to future fragrances, including That Moment and You and I. 1D Day. 1D Day was a special event held in November 2013 to celebrate One Direction's 3rd anniversary. It was a live, 7-hour broadcast streamed globally, featuring a mix of performances, behind-the-scene footage and interactive segments. The event included special guest appearances, games with fans and exclusive content like acoustic performances and interviews. Tumblr outfit edits. These posts on Tumblr were very popular at the start of 1D. Fans posted pictures on how to recreate outfits of the boys, or how you would have need to dress if you were on a date with one of the boys. Tier 3. Leopard and Wellington Bar. Leopard is a term by Larry's to celebrate Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson sharing a fly in early February 2015, their first together since 2012. They flew from LA to Sydney for the Ultra tour. Harry and Louis trended on Twitter, and they were spotted picking up luggage together in Sydney. Wellington Bar, however, refers to Harry and Louis being seen at a bar in Wellington at the end of their tour in 2012. In a video in very bad quality, they seem to be very close, and some speculate that they even tried to kiss but then saw the camera. Y/N sold to One Direction. Y/N stands for Your Name, and these are fanfic posts about One Direction. Those were very popular on Tumblr and later Wattpad, though went viral but more as a meme because of their ridiculousness. These stories and pictures had then picked up by other band fandoms like BTS. This led into arguably the first fanfic on Wattpad sold, but we'll talk about that later. The Wanted Fight. This was a 2012 Twitter fight including 1D and the British boy band The Wanted. The exchange began by playful jokes but quickly escalated into more serious insults. Zayn Malik and Louis Tomlinson from One Direction were particularly involved, exchanging heated tweets with Max George and Tom Parker from The Wanted. The Zayn and Louis smoking video. This was a controversial incident in 2014 involving a leaked video of Zayn and Louis smoking a joint in a van in Peru. The video showed the two joking about the substance and making other comments, which sparked outrage amongst some fans and the media. The incidents led to a lot of discussions about the behavior and its impact on the image. At the time this was very controversial, even though today it's a bit wild how much controversy it actually made. Chicken stuffed with mozzarella wrapped in Parma ham. In multiple interviews at the beginning of 1D, Louis told the interviewers very proudly of the first dish he ever cooked, chicken stuffed with mozzarella wrapped in Parma ham. He was very proud.
Made this one meal. I'll explain to you.
I know what it is.
Chicken stuffed with mozzarella cheese, wrapped in Parma ham with some mashed potato. Now, it's not mashed potato out of the box. It's some homemade mash.
Don't, Ed Sheeran's song. Ed Sheeran's song Don't was widely speculated to be about Niall Horan. Released in 2014, the track deals with themes of betrayal and heartbreak. Fans noted that the lyrics seemed to reference a situation involving a close friend who was allegedly involved with an ex, leading to speculations that it could be about Niall and Ellie. He actually never really confirmed the rumors, although magazines say he did, which he denied, but at the same time didn't deny the theory, so it's probably true. Ziam. Ziam is a fan-created chip name for the relationship between Zayn and Liam. Fans began chipping them due to their close friendship, often speculating about a deeper bond between the two. Despite numerous fan theories, both Zayn and Liam have denied any romantic involvement. In contrast to Larry, the theory is much smaller and based on significantly less alleged evidence. Security camera hack. One Direction fans hacked into a security camera of a major airport to watch the boys sitting in the terminal. There are videos of this showing Harry sitting at the airport. This action is of course highly illegal and also a bit crazy, to be honest. Family Guy. In the Family Guy episode Run, Chris Run, Liam Payne and Louis Tomlinson voiced themselves. The storyline features Stevie Griffin taking the band camping and frightening them with horror stories about hotels with no sparkling water and non-skinny jeans, causing them to flee into the woods. Josh, Lou and Lux. Josh Devine was the drummer of One Direction. Even after the breakup, he still posted about 1D, which made him a fan favorite. Lou Tisdale was the hairstylist of One Direction. She had a daughter called Lux, who was often called the baby of 1D. Lou was very good friends with Harry Styles. Beliebers vs Directioners. This was a classic fight between the fandoms of Justin Bieber and One Direction about who has a bigger and better fan group. You could say the Directioners won the fight, but this was probably a more or less simple task until BTS and the ARMY appeared. Were informed by Simon. As said before, Simon Cowell claimed for over a decade that he formed One Direction, but it was actually Nicole Scherzinger who was responsible for that. She said, "They're all little stars, so you have to put them together." She put Niall and Harry together at first and then put Louis with them, stating, "The little girls are gonna love them and they're just too talented to get rid of." Simon and Nicole then added Liam, as he was the most experienced back then. Louis Walsh then added Zayn to the group, so Simon wasn't actually that involved in the process.
Cutest boy band ever!
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
The little girls are gonna love him.
The Rainbow Bears. The Rainbow Bears was a concept from Directioners. The term originated from fan art and memes that featured a group of plush bears in vibrant rainbow-colored outfits. Cher Lloyd. Cher Lloyd is a British singer and rapper who was also a contestant on the X Factor UK in 2010, where she finished in 4th place. Her journey at the X Factor wasn't that easy, because at the start she seemed like a favorite, but as it usually for reality TV, because of drama the public turned their back on her. She allegedly stayed friends with One Direction though, and is no successful solo artist. Liam defending the fans. In 2013, Liam Payne used Twitter to defend One Direction fans after the release of a documentary called Crazy About One Direction. The film, which aired on Channel 4, depicted fans as crazy and completely obsessed. Many fans were upset by how they were portrayed by the documentary, leading Liam to speak out against the negative depiction. Liam criticized the documentary for its portrayal of the fans and emphasized that the film did not actually represent the true nature of the fanbase. He reassured fans that their dedication and support were appreciated and defended them against the unfair criticism. Euphoria, Larry scene. There's a scene in the HBO series Euphoria where a character writes fanfiction about Larry. The character reads out different parts of spicy scenes between them, which are animated in the series. Louis complained about that afterwards, as he said they didn't ask for permission and he said he's tired of the theories. Mr. X. Mr. X refers to a mysterious figure associated with the band's inner circle, whose identity and role have been subjects of much speculations and intrigue among fans. The exact details about Mr. X remain unclear, as much of the information comes from unverified sources and fan conjecture. Mr. X used to post riddles and said pretty creepy things, such as that someone would come out of the closet soon, but someone will be dead soon. Some said this was a threat, some said this was just predicting things, and no one really had the insights about who Mr. X was. Until this day, it's unclear who he is. First fanfiction. We talked about your name post. These were the reason for the first fanfiction about One Direction on Wattpad. Salt. The story is about a character who's being sold to One Direction by her mom. Yeah, it's crazy actually, I don't know. These stories became more popular with the time and were picked up by other fandoms like BTS. There are very weird stories like Joe Biden gets sold to BTS. Yeah, I don't know anymore. Tier 5. We are very deep now. Calder triplets. The Calder triplet theory is a controversial idea within the Eleanor and Larry fandom. It suggests that Eleanor Calder has two identical twins, Gretchen and Tina, and the management used them as lovers for Louis Tomlinson, rotating them to maintain the illusion of a relationship. This theory emerged because Eleanor appears differently in various photos with Louis, leading some to believe in multiple people posing as her. Harry Styles' Puke Shrine. In 2014, Harry fans made a shrine in honor of a place where Harry vomited on a freeway. They put up a poster saying Harry Styles threw up here. Ed Sheeran said in an interview that Harry didn't puke because of alcohol, because fans were worried he drank in America underaged. Nando's Song. The Nando's Song was a song released in 2012 by Noah Acuna as a parody of the song Payphone from Maroon 5 as a tribute to One Direction. It was pretty popular back then with over 700k views, even though it's a terrible audio quality.
I'm at a Nando's trying to pawn all of my change I spent, it's all new. Where have your socks gone, Niall? It's all wrong. Where you ate the food we made for two. Every time I read a new fanfic, Louis munching on some carrot sticks. Why is Harry's hair always perfect?
Fake No Control video and single. The No Control project is a fan-driven project centered around One Direction's song No Control from the album 4. The project, which started in 2015, aims to bring attention to the song, particularly because it wasn't released as a single despite being a fan favorite. Fans have to engage in various activities to promote the song, including creating and sharing fan art, organizing streaming parties, and creating social media campaigns to get No Control trending. It was a success, and One Direction performed the song live several times. I made a whole video about it. It's a bit old, but check it out if you like. Stan and Hannah. Stan is just a name for a fan, but Hannah was Louis' first girlfriend. At the time One Direction started, many fans wanted Louis and Hannah to get back together, even though Louis dated Eleanor at this time. Obama. What am I supposed to say about that? Obama and Harry in a secret relationship? Of course it's true. And with that, see you later and subscribe.